Hey creator friends, welcome to my channel, and here we are. It is July the 1st. Believe it or not, I can't believe the year is literally half over. But July is going to be an awesome month. There's so much that happens in July. 4th of July, I'm excited about that. I love the 4th of July. I love the fireworks. And luckily, Snickers is not afraid of fireworks. Nothing like that bothers him. So that's really good for us. Like we could literally take him to a fireworks show. He doesn't even care. So I'm excited. I'm not sure if we're going to get close-up fireworks this year. Jake has our boat, and you can go out in the bay underneath the fireworks, which might be cool, but he might have a more important visitor on his boat for the fireworks. So I'm not sure that we're going to go this year, but that's okay. We can kind of see them from our front, the fireworks they have in town. So it's cool, but I just love July. July is like the best summer month. But anyway, last Saturday, today's July the 1st, this is Saturday Happenings, and you know on Saturday Happenings I like to talk about the videos I did, what's coming up, and what I'm working on. I realized last Sunday when I went to do the meat challenge video that I had not done a Saturday Happenings video, and I don't know why. It was because last Saturday we did our workshop. So for the county, we did a workshop on sauces, and that was really cool. I got to help with Shasta. We demoed a Thai hot and sweet sauce, and I did 2 different Mrs. Wages, like a pasta sauce and pizza sauce and ketchup is what I did. That was very cool. So, and I'm going to do videos on the ketchup because I've not done a video on the ketchup, and I might do some other just, what the heck, let's do some Mrs. Wages. That's fun. So that'll be coming up. And then I did a couple of videos. So I did my washing jars. It always surprises me. I've done that before, but I always feel like it's a good thing to review, especially for people that don't want to go back and look at all the old videos. But washing jars is really important. And I washed a bunch of jars because I canned my mushrooms. And then I went down and I started doing my pantry. That I'm almost done with, and I think I'm going to do a video because I've found these bins at Walmart that fit perfectly, pint jars, and you can stack them. So I'm going to show you guys that. So that's coming. That's coming. But I also did my potluck beans. Those are so good. Oh, I love my potluck beans, and I love to do those for potluck. They're just good, and I like having the sausage in there instead of just like hamburger or pork or whatever. The sausage really makes it good. So if you want a good potluck bean recipe and you missed that video, go check it out. It's the best. And then for the freezer meat challenge, I did the chicken pot pie in the slow cooker. I love that. And a bunch of you said you went over to their website and checked it out, and they're going to order some of their things. They're really good. I've had probably 4 different ones, and they've all been great. So, and I like the effort that's put into them to make them really taste like a home-cooked meal. They're just good. And so I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I just, I like their product. So there's that. So that is the Crock Star Dinner Club. And I asked them one time if there was like a monthly thing. I don't know if they're doing it. I haven't checked, but I know all the ones I ordered, I just went in and ordered them individually. But I had thought it'd be cool if they had just like a monthly thing, and you could go on and click what you want, and just a flat monthly like price. They sent you like 4 for 1 a week or something like that. Anyway, it was good. So I do have, because just me and Brian, so I do have quite a bit of that left. So I'm going to do a video here as soon as I'm done with this one I'm going to take what's left and I'm going to freeze it for a future meal. So I'm going to show you how I freeze it and how I package it. So that's coming up. And then, okay, so good. The meat challenge has been awesome. And you'd be surprised. I did not realize how much I have in my freezer because I've barely made a dent. Like May, June, 2 months worth of taking meat out. Not maybe half a shelf, like not that much. But that's good because it kind of really gives me an idea of how much I have for future use, which is cool. So anyway, I've got that. Got my freezer. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing that video, pulling out some stuff. I actually did pull more, because our friend is coming over. Today's her birthday, and we're doing a little thing in the backyard for her. Super cute though. I went to the dollar store and they have all this nautical stuff, and her whole theme for everything is beach and nautical. So I've got the table decorated real cute with some balloons and just fun stuff like that. Anyway, so she's coming over, so I did take some steaks out of the freezer that we're gonna have on the grill. Got a new barbecue. I'm so excited. Our old barbecue is a little 2-burner thing with like one little thing. It was just, I don't know. And now the one I got has like a side burner for sausage. It's got a little shelf in there. I'm excited. So we're going to do steaks today. And I made the pasta salad that I did a video on. And I have another salad that I might make. It's like a fruit salad, but it's so good and it's so easy. And you can make it with all no sugar added items, which is nice. So anyway, tomorrow I'm going to do my freezer challenge. I'll pull out some things, and I'm looking at my notes, so I don't mean to be rude and not look at you, about other days. Pantry for 2. Oh, pantry for 2. So I was talking to Linda over at Linda's Pantry, and you know, it's just me and Brian now, and I tend to can things in pints, or at the most pint and a halves, because it's just the two of us. So I was talking to her, and I said, you know, we do the freezer thing, and sometimes that'll be 2 or 3 meals. Like this chicken pot pie, we've already had it for 2 meals, so I'm going to freeze the rest of it for future, because it gets boring eating the same thing all the time. But she and I were talking about doing videos of cooking for just like 1 or 2 people. So I'm going to start July. I'm going to start this where once a week at least, I'm going to do a pantry meal. I'm going to take something from my pantry and create a meal for 2. Like there might be a little leftover, but in general, it's going to be a meal for 2, because just the 2 of us. So that's going to be kind of a new thing for me. Just once a week, maybe more, but at least once a week, I will do a recipe that is cooking for 2 with primarily pantry or freezer foods. So that's cool. Now, not last Saturday, the Saturday before, I had talked about the fact that I did mushrooms. I canned mushrooms. God, I love home canned mushrooms. Anyway, I wanted to do some with broth. So I did that, and I did a video. That'll be this week. And it's not the production of the canning of the mushrooms, because I just recently did that, so I linked that in the video. But it's putting broth on them. And so now I'm going to use some of those in my next thing that I make. I'm going to try to use one of my mushrooms in broth in one of the recipes that I make this week, which is kind of cool. And you know, I realize in the summertime, my channel tends to be a lot more cooking and canning. Of course, that's the season, right? Canning and stuff. And then in the wintertime, I end up in my sewing and craft room. So kind of a balance, I think, because I went in my craft room. I was trying to do some stuff, and I thought, God, I need to get outside. I don't like sitting in there. When I look out the window, it's so beautiful. But outside, it's just like, look at our day. It's beautiful. But in the wintertime, when I sit in there and I look outside and it's misty and rainy, it's just like so perfect to be doing crafts and sewing. So I'll do more of those videos at the right time of the year. Anyway, also I've got a video coming up, because in this freezer challenge that I've been doing with Linda over at Linda's Pantry, several times people have commented on how I label and how I put food in my freezer. It makes it super easy to grab things out. So I actually have a video this week of how I do it. So how I label it and stuff like that. So that's coming up this week also. So it's going to be a busy week. But today I'm working on my friend Shalea. Our friend Shalea is coming over, and we're going to have steaks on the barbecue. And I'm also going to do some grilled veggies. And I'm just going to take those and put a little bit of it. I'll either do a little olive oil on them and that vegetable seasoning that I got up at Bob's, when you may have seen that video that Linda and I went to Bob's. That was good. The vegetable seasoning, the herb seasoning is so good. Or I might get lazy and just put them in a gallon Ziploc bag and put a little bit of Italian dressing on them, let them marinate for a little bit. Then I've got one of those grill things you set on there for vegetables. So I might just do it that way. But we're going to have the fruit salad that I'm going to do a video and show you guys in the next couple weeks. Yeah, because I'm going to make some more for a 4th of July thing, so I'll make a video on that. We're going to have the shrimp pasta salad that I showed you, grilled veggies and steak, got a cool cake, so it's all good. Then I'm also going to Gosh, what a beautiful day. I don't even know. I'm going to finish my pantry. I have like one section of my pantry to finish, and then once that's done, I'm going to do a video on that. And then this week I got to weed my garden. It's amazing. Like, it'll go, and then all of a sudden it looks good, and you go out 2 days later and it looks like people planted weeds. I don't know. It's so weird, but I got to weed my garden. And then this month is the county fair. It's the last full week of July, and I am going to enter some things. So there's like I've got things that are already made. I'm going to enter my little quilt. I don't expect to win anything, but I just think the more entries, the better. So I don't expect to win outside of canning, okay? Outside of that, I expect to win there. But when I'm just entering like quilts, like my quilt is not anywhere good enough for an award. So I don't expect it, but I think it's important to have a lot to look at. So I'm going to enter my quilt. I'm going to enter that jacket that I made from our quilted bedspread that Brian says he can't unsee the bedspread when I wear it. So I'm going to enter that. I am in the midst, I'm about a little over halfway done with a crocheted sweater that I'm making. So I'm going to try to get that done. I've only got like 3 weeks. I should be able to do it. And then what else? Oh, some machine embroidery stuff. And my little Christmas ornaments that are the beads. I think I did a video on that. So I've got to do some of those because the rule is these things have to have been made since the last day of last year's fair. And actually, the majority of those beaded ornaments that I have were made after that. So if I don't get to making, I've got like 5 that I need to make, and if I don't get to those, I can always go back and get the other ones because they were made after the fair. But I kind of wanted more. And then I just want to be outside. See, that's my thing. And I feel bad. I'm so sorry for all of you that are suffering in the extreme heat. This is it. If we get up to like 78 degrees, people start complaining that it's getting too hot. If we get into the 80s, like, it's bad. So we are so blessed to have this kind of weather today, and it'll probably maybe get up to 78. I think that's all it's supposed to do. But anyway, so that's it. So I feel blessed about that. So when we have days like this, I want to be outside, and that cuts my inside time down considerably. But there's that. I don't think I have anything else on my list that I need to talk about. Nope, that's it. So I'm gonna get busy. What do I have to do now? I already decorated the table. I already made the salads. I'm going to go marinate the vegetables. I think I'll just do Italian seasoning. So I'll marinate the vegetables, and then I think I'll putter around the house until it's time to get things going for the barbecue this afternoon. So there you have it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and if I don't see you or talk to you before the 4th of July, have an amazing 4th of July. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.